Hey guys, it's Q1 with Kingdom Builders. This is our second episode of Ask the Contractors. And guys, we have a great one for you today. And remember to like, subscribe to our Ask the Contractors YouTube channel. And let's dive right in. This may be a little controversial for some, but I think this is a great topic, especially nowadays when debt is at its all-time high. The topic for today is skilled trade industry versus going to a 4-year college campus. Now, when we talk about skilled trades, what I'm talking about is plumbing, electrical, HVAC, you got roofing, you got painting. Personally, I feel, and this is just my opinion, so don't shoot me down. I feel personally, me coming from a 4-year degree, I really believe that the skilled trades is the way to go. Now, look, nothing wrong with a 4-year degree. I think it has its place. I think it's great. But I think in this day and age, a great alternative is skilled trades. If you're a skilled tradesman, guys, don't look down on yourself. Man, it's some great opportunities out there for you. I'm gonna look at some of my notes and kind of just tell you why I feel like the skilled trades are so good right now. And if you're not doing anything, I think you should really consider doing skilled trades. For one, it's in such high demand. Think about when we were in COVID. Well, we're kind of in COVID still. The trade industry was off the chain. I mean, if you think about it, people were at home. I mean, you were in your house and you may needed something done to your house. So we were in such high demand. We could work around the clock. We didn't really have a set schedule. So that means you can make money around the clock as a skilled tradesman. I mean, just sit back and think about that. You're not on the clock. You can make your own schedule and you're in high demand. That means you don't have to worry about not having job security. And I'll jump into that later. But I really think, guys, if you are looking for something that is really beneficial in this day and age, please consider the skilled trades. Let's take plumbing, for example. A lot of plumbers right now are making great money, even if they're not even a licensed plumber, because you don't really have to be licensed. Now, if you're going to pull permits, of course, you need to be a licensed plumber. But a lot of plumbers have just certifications. And even with those certifications, you can get work. I mean, you can get skills to really pay the bills. So even if you're not licensed in any of these trades, you still can make great money. And again, let's talk about your earning potential. Guys, listen, the sky is the limit. The market sets your rates. Like, you don't even have, like, if somebody, you may run into a plumber or electrician that is charging $10, doesn't mean you have to charge $10. You may be more skilled than they are. What does that mean? You can charge way more than that person. Now think about it. You're sitting in a classroom getting a degree. You have to work for someone. Now you're on a salary. Now that person tells you, hey, you're going to make $8 an hour. You have to wait until that person gives you what? A raise. But if you would just had got a trade, or what my dad would say, if you just had a skill, the sky's the limit. You can make your own wages. You can, if you want to make $20 this today, you can make $40 tomorrow. You can make $60 the next day. You can make $100 the next day. It's all up to you and what job you're doing. So as you can see, that's just one benefit of not going to a 4-year college and just going straight into the trades. Now, another thing that I think is very beneficial is having that hands-on training. So one thing I found out, because maybe you guys don't know, I actually was a barber also. So in barbering, as you went to school, you got hands-on, immediate hands-on. So shout out to Prestige Barber College, that's where I went to. But you had immediate hands-on skill training. So right then and there, and plus, even in barber school, you were making money then. Right there in barber school, you were making money. You didn't have to wait to go outside like a 4-year degree, wait that long time, and then wait for someone to pay you. Automatically, you started making money. And that skill transferred over to what I'm doing now in construction because it helped me to learn how to talk to people, learn how to see a project from start to finish. Think about it with a haircut. You start off with a whole head full of hair, but at the end, they may want a low haircut with a nice sharp line. So I had to what? Start from start to finish, just like I do in a project now. So it gave me transferable skills that I may have not have gained in a 4-year degree. Also, it's a shorter period of time. So instead of a 4-year degree, I can get out of a trade school maybe a couple months, get my certification, take the boards, and I'm off working. Now, if you think about that, compared to somebody that is in a 4-year degree, they're getting all that schoolwork, all that classwork, maybe not as much hands-on, so they're behind the 8 ball. But you're already out there as a tradesman getting, as we call it, getting to the bag. I know everybody want to get to the bag. And like I said, you can do it in a short period of time. Also, you're your own entrepreneur. You're not working for anybody. You a tradesman. You're making your own schedule. You're making your own salary. Your salary is super competitive. Look, I don't see why you wouldn't want to be a tradesman. And another thing, let me jump into this while we're talking about a 4-year degree versus a trade school. One thing we got to realize nowadays, people are hurting in a lot of debt. Now, y'all know how much a 4-year degree costs. Now, you know the comparison of going to, let's say, for example, a barber school or go and get a plumbing certification, electrical certification, compared to a 4-year degree. I mean, you can go to the smallest 4-year college, and it's still gonna cost way more than a trade school. You're not even guaranteed to get a job just because you have a 4-year degree. But if you got a skill and you got that on-the-job training, hey, check it out. You can automatically go out there in the marketplace and go ahead and start working. All you got to do is horn in on your craft and make sure that you're great at what you do. You're making money right then. Think about the person that had the 4-year degree. He got to go out, send a resume, hope and pray that somebody look at the resume, hope and pray that, man, I hope that somebody pick me. But if he had a skill as a tradesman, he's automatically at the pick of the litter, because again, in this day and age now, construction and the tradesmen are in so high demand. Hey, you talk about, they said that we are in a recession, but I tell you what, if you want to be recession proof, get a trade. Why? Are they not going to always build houses? Are they? So let's just think about this. If they're going to build houses, what has to happen when you build a house? You got to get electrical, right? So if I got a skill to do electrical, it doesn't matter how bad the economy gets. As long as those buildings are going up, as long as houses are going up, what's going to happen? I'm going to be in high demand. And let's just keep going. You gotta have somewhere to use the bathroom, right? So you always gonna need a plumber. So plumbers out there, or if you're thinking about being a plumber, do it. Why? That's job security. That's recession proof. I'm giving you tips on how to be recession proof in a recession. I'm telling you guys, these are recession proof jobs that I'm telling you for decades, centuries back, everybody, you always, I guarantee you, in 2008, when we had the recession, I guarantee you had the plumbers, the electrical, HVAC people were still eating. Why? They had a skill that everybody still needed, and they didn't have to worry about, oh my goodness, how we're going to eat. Why? Because they went into a skill and a trade that allowed them to eat. Also, with job security, I want you to think about something else. Now, in a 4-year degree, they put you in a job, right? You go to work. But one thing you can't do that you can do as a tradesman, you can specialize in something. Oh my goodness, that's game changer. And what do I mean specialize in it? I could specialize in a certain electrical. So for example, if I'm doing industrial building, I don't just have to do residential. If I really want to make them big bucks, I do commercial electrical work. What's that going to do? That's going to afford me the opportunity to make more money. Now I'm specialized in an industry that's going to allow me to make more money. But can you do that in a regular job? No. Why? You have to wait for somebody to give you a raise or see your potential, and then they give you the money. But I'm telling you guys, this is what's so good about the trades. You can specialize in something and get even more money. So you in the trades, guys, you can generalize, make above average money. Then you can specialize and make even more money. So like, I don't even say the sky is the limit. There's no limit. It's up to the tradesman how much he or she want to get and how much they horn in on their craft, become craftsmen. And once they become craftsmen, a lot of tradesmen really don't even retire, not because they can't, but because they're making so much great money, and it's a continual thing. When you're a tradesman, what can you do? You can create your own business. Now, can you do that working for somebody else and on a 4-year degree? Let's take most jobs. You're working for somebody, that's their business. But as a tradesman, you can create your own business. What happens once you create your own business? You can become your own boss. Now you got people working for you. Another benefit. So think about it. 4-year degree versus tradesman. I would pick tradesman any day of the week. Why? The things I listed. Less debt, high demand, job security, way more income. I'm going to say that again. Way more income. So if you are a high school student, not sure which way you want to go, nowadays, I would suggest get in the trades. If you're a college student now and you're unsure of like, man, I spent all this money, don't know if I'm going to get a job or not. My suggestion is get into trades. I know you may have wasted money in the 4-year degree, but listen, you can go nighttime after your classes. Prime example. While I was in college, what I did was I was going to barber school. I was getting a skill that would allow me, not knowing years down the road, that would allow me to eat because I had a skill. So even those that's in college and you feel like, man, I don't even know, I got this major, don't know what I'm going to do with it. Listen, I'm telling you, friend to friend, right here, go into the trades. That is your way out. And I guarantee you, you're going to comment down here below saying thank you for having me go into the trades. Why? Because now you're able to help feed your family, help to feed others. You help build a future for yourself. So, guys, again, I believe that now is the time to really think about not making trades a secondary, but let it be a primary because the trades are recession proof. Is they're going to continue on for generations. You're going to need plumbers. You're going to need electricians. You're going to need HVAC people. You're always going to need painters. You're always going to need somebody to do roofing. So those things I just listed are what I call things that will pay you exponentially without going to debt. Hey guys, if you like content like this, make sure you like and subscribe. And I want you guys to have a great rest of the day.